You are now tuned in to All Purpose Woman TV.
Hello. So I am back. This is your girl Latoya Lavelle with All Purpose Woman TV. So listen here. So I've been in hibernation the last year or so. I went to school to become a life coach and a health and wellness coach. So from here on out, say hello to your new life coach and health and wellness coach. I will be starting soon. I will keep you guys posted on when I will start accepting new clients. I have some amazing programs in store for you guys. So I will keep you posted on, when I'll start accepting new clients and stuff because I want to help you guys receive your breakthrough. And it's just something that God is wanted me to do to assist you guys better because I've gotten so many emails. I've gotten so many DMs, people asking for advice, people needing help. So I went to school so that I could get my credentials to better assist you in helping you receive your breakthrough. So with that being said, today I want to discuss something that's very dear to my heart, something that has kind of been bothering me a little bit. That is lose the weight. Lose the weight. The weight meaning literally and figuratively. The weight of toxic friendships, the weight of your past, your mistakes, the weight of unforgiveness, the weight of societal norms, the weight of carrying other people's baggage and other people's worries and problems. Unhealthy behaviors. Lose the weight of unhealthy behaviors. And this is why I say that, right? In order for you to receive your breakthrough, there are blockages, things that block our breakthrough. And a lot of it, we don't even realize we're doing it. It's just something that we hold on to these things and we think it's good for us or we, for whatever reason, but it's not good for us. So we hold on to these things and they cause us to block our blessings. Toxic relationships, let's start with that. I used to believe that friendships with loyalty, if I knew someone for a long time, meant I had to be their friend forever or they had to be my friend forever. And that's not true. A lot of times people are just passing by in your life. Sometimes people are in your life for a season, and we as individuals have to learn to discern when people's seasons are up in our life. Because if we continue to hold on to relationships and friendships that no longer serve us in the season that we're in, it will cause us to block our blessings. And we can't receive the new people that God has assigned into our lives for that time in that season or even for a lifetime. You have some people that's assigned in your life for a lifetime. You have some people that are passing through. And then you have some people who are just there for a season. And we have to learn how to discern, who's there for a lifetime, who's just passing through, and who is there for a season. I used to think, loyalty was, if I've known you for 20 years, then that means that we're going to be friends forever. And that's not necessarily true. We outgrow people, or again, their assignment is up in our lives. And we have to learn once their assignment is up that, you bless them. I'm outside at this beautiful park, if you can see, enjoying the view in the water, but, and got some bugs flying over here. But, you can bless people and release them so that they can go on and do and go and be, who they're called to be, and we hold on to things, we covet things, and we hold on to things sometimes that may not be in our best interest in the seasons and the chapters of our lives that God wants us to move in. Another thing that I want to discuss that a lot of people hold on to, your past mistakes. We all make mistakes. We're not perfect, right? So with that being said, a lot of times when we are holding on to, oh man, I wish I would have did this way, or I regret doing this, or I regret doing that, or I regret, seeing this person, when really it's all a journey in helping us grow. It may be painful. It may hurt your feelings. It may make you angry. It may disappoint you. But at the end of the day, all of it, goodbye. All of it serves a purpose, right, for your life to help you grow and become better. So instead of, holding on to those mistakes and just realizing that one, you're human, two, nobody's perfect, and three, it's all a part of your journey's process to help you grow into the person that you're called to be, so you can again show people and teach people, what not to do. The generations that's coming up after you can show them, okay, listen, I went down this road, this is not the right route to go down, or I hung out with this group of people that may have not had my best interests at heart, or I knew they weren't a good fit for me, and it caused some damage in my life. So everything is for a reason, everything is for a journey, everything is for a purpose. And so get rid of that. It's unnecessary. Look at it as a lesson learned and move on. But let that baggage go, because it's unnecessary weight, and spiritually it's clogging your arteries, okay? Meaning it's blocking your blessings. So these things that we hold on to, that we think are justified for whatever reason, are bad for us. Number 3, lose the weight of unforgiveness. I can't tell you how many times, okay, I have come across people who are holding unforgiveness in their heart, and then they've held this unforgiveness in their heart, whether it be against exes, relatives, whoever, friends, whoever. These people don't realize that when they're holding on to this stuff and they're carrying it inside, and they think that it's doing them some good, just being angry, and these people that they hold in this unforgiveness against, they have moved on and gone on with their lives. They're not thinking about you, but you're still harboring this unforgiveness in your heart. It causes diseases, a lot of diseases, and I'm going to do a video about this soon, because it all blends together. It all coincides with one another. When you're holding unforgiveness and bitterness in your heart, you invite the enemy to come and strike you with infirmities, meaning diseases, ailments, infirmities, sicknesses, terminal diseases, because it's an open door for the enemy to come in and strike your body with infirmities. And so we hold on to this unforgiveness, and it's really not serving a purpose. It makes you sick. It makes you spiritually sick. It makes you physically sick. And that's another thing that blocks your blessings, because how can we ask God to forgive us when we are not forgiven, when we haven't forgiven, our trespassers and, our enemies? Because again, at some point in time in your life, we all want to think that, oh, we're saved and sanctified and holier than thou. But at some point in your life, you have offended somebody, you have hurt somebody, you have done somebody wrong, whether you did it intentionally or unintentionally, you did it. So, the same mercy and grace that God has for us is the same mercy and grace that we have to extend to people who may not, one, know any better, or if they do, you release them, you give them to God, let God deal with them. Because guess what? God has a funny way of, bringing that circle back around to those people. It comes back full circle to those people, and you may think that, they're getting away with something, or they may think they're getting away with something, but long and behold, God deals with them. And it may not be in your time, it may not be in mine, but God will always deal with your enemies. God will always deal with the people that intentionally hurt you. But again, the same mercy and grace that, we have from God is the same mercy and grace that we have to extend to other people. And I've had to do it with people in my life that have hurt me or disappointed me or made me angry for one reason or another. I've had to let it go because it wasn't doing me any good. And walking around carrying grudges and being mad all of your life isn't serving you. It's not serving you. It makes you sick. So let that stuff go. Unnecessary weight. Let it go. The next thing I want to tackle, society norms. Okay, so these are things that society has told us, it's the right way. It's the way to go. It's the it thing, whether it be, beauty standards, whether it be status, fame, being relationships, things that society has taught us is right. And if we don't have it by a certain time, or if we don't get it at all, then we must be cursed, or we don't feel like we're good enough, or we feel like, we're not worthy of that thing. And that's not necessarily true. You have to realize that your journey is your journey. You can't compare your journey to anybody else's. Your journey is unique for you, how God designed you. So you can't compare your journey to everybody else. And I think that social media has done an awesome job, okay, at deceiving the masses when it comes to comparison. Because we sit online, some people more than others, scoping through other people's lives all day, scrolling all day. What is this person doing? What is this celebrity doing? What is this influencer doing? What is this person? All day long. All day. You're comparing your life to somebody else. Oh, I wish I had that baby. Oh, I wish I had that house. I wish I had that car. I wish I had that man. I wish I had that woman. I wish I had that job. I wish I had that income. I wish. And instead of you taking that time that you're sitting on social media comparing your life to someone else's, you need to take that time and invest it into your own life. Make your life better. We spend so much time comparing our lives to other people when their journey is their journey and our journey is our journey, and no journey is the same. No journey is the same. No person's life is the same. Everybody's life is blueprinted specifically for them, and we have to respect that, and we have to honor that, and we have to be okay with that, because to not be okay with it means that your life is stagnant because you're sitting watching everybody else's life, what they're doing. They're doing what they feel like they're being led to do. And then you're here, sitting here watching them, not getting anything accomplished with your life. So again, society norms, again, weight issues, I personally, transparent moment, I personally, throughout my life, have dealt with beauty issues when it comes to, I feel like I'm fat, And what's funny is, for years, especially like in the 90s and stuff, when everybody was size 4s and, I was like, man, I don't know what it feels like to be in a size 4. I don't know what it feels like to be in a size 6. I don't even know what it feels like to be in a size 8, to be honest with you. I've always been a curvier girl. And for years, I fought that. But that's how God genetically made me, and I have to respect that. But now the tables have turned, and now people are killing themselves to look like me. This is why we can't be so, we can't follow trends. This is exactly why we can't be so into trends, because trends always switch up. Trends always come back full circle. 1 minute is in, the next minute is out. The next minute, it may come back, a decade later. But what is so crazy is, what I despised for so long. Girls come up to me now and like, girl, you don't realize how good you have it. It's like girls are literally killing themselves, going and getting these surgeries and, feeling like, they have to have, these, all of this cosmetic work done, instead of just embracing their own beauty and, being okay with how God made you and just making the best of it, meaning you exercise, meaning you eat.
I heard you were looking for someone to do a voiceover for you. And I can do that. I promise I can. Are you looking for someone to sound professional? Hi, you have called 757. I'm not giving you my phone number, but you get the point. Do you need someone to sound like a cartoon with a little accent? Daddy, I want to go jump in the muddy puddles. What about somebody just annoying? Please, help me, please. Do you need someone ratchet? Girl, let me tell you something. You better not come to my doorstep because we gonna fight, you feel me? Do you need a man?
Yeah, I can do that too. I got it all in here, for real. Whatever you need, call me.
So I'm back. I'm sorry, my camera cut off. So meaning, again, exercise, meaning you eat right, meaning you take your supplements, meaning you make sure that you're taking the best care of yourself that you can take care of, and, just be your best self. Again, we compare ourselves to other people and, how other people look. And, we just have to be, happy with the cards that we are dealt, that God dealt us, and be satisfied and make the best of it. So moving on to my next point would be, lose the weight of unhealthy behaviors. Okay, so I don't think I've shared this with you guys, but 10 years ago, I lived a very unhealthy lifestyle, right? And most people wouldn't believe it now because I'm so health conscious. But 10 years ago, my life was totally different, right? I was an avid smoker. I smoked cigarettes. I had an 8-year habit of cigarette smoking before I quit. And I drank a lot and I partied. And due to issues that I suppressed, things that I didn't deal with, caused me to mask a lot of my emotions and a lot of things that were going on with inside of me with alcohol, cigarettes, and partying. And it did more damage than it did good. And so that's something that I had to change. If I wanted a better life for me and my children, it was something that I knew I had to change, or I may not be here to share any of this information with you, honestly, because I was literally killing myself. So again, toxic behaviors, things that that you do that's wrong, things that that are not honoring your temple, things that you're doing that are not serving your highest good, get rid of it. Stop it. And if you need help, okay, you can always seek out someone, some type of spiritual advisor for deliverance, some prayer, get some, call a prayer line. Somebody would be willing to pray with you. You can reach out to me. I would be willing to pray for you, to help to break a lot of the things, toxic behaviors that we do, that we may, and some of us don't even want to do it, but we don't know how to get free from it. And so I know for me, when I quit smoking, and I did it cold turkey with the Lord's help, but I was having these withdrawals. And so I called the pastor that was pastoring at my church at the time. And I said, listen, nobody knew I was smoking. I was still going to church and I was smoking. I was going to church every Sunday and still smoking. But nobody knew. So, I had to call and be like, listen, I'm struggling over here. I'm trying to quit. I don't even want to smoke anymore, but I don't know how to break this habit. So the pastor prayed for me, and literally within minutes, the taste was removed from my mouth. I hadn't put another cigarette or anything to my mouth since then, but it was a supernatural deliverance. I didn't need any nicotine patches, no gum, no, nothing, no third party medications to try to wean myself off of the nicotine or the cigarettes. God just gave me a supernatural deliverance. And so I know if he did it for me, he can do it for you. It's just a matter of, praying and asking God to remove these things from you if it's something that is hindering you. So again, and I can tell you from experience, like I used to suffer around this time when I was indulging in all of these toxic behaviors. I used to suffer really bad from panic attacks. And one day I just woke up and started having these panic attacks. Never had a panic attack in my life before then, but it's just something that I woke up one morning and started having these panic attacks. And it literally felt like my heart was going to come out of my chest. I literally felt like I was going to die. And when I look back at that season in my life, again, my panic attacks were caused by unsuppressed issues that I refused to deal with. I kept just stuffing them and suppressing them. And eventually, what you don't deal with will eventually deal with you in one form or another. And in my case, it started manifesting through my body. My body was like, oh no, girl, you got some issues you need to deal with. And we're trying to alert you and alarm you. Something is wrong here. Okay. You are suppressing all of this trauma. You are suppressing all of these issues. You need to go deal with your issues because you're hurting yourself. You're masking. And then again, I was smoking, I was drinking, I was partying. I was just doing a lot of stuff that I knew I had no business doing. But again, trying to mask the pain. And then I'm walking around like, oh, I'm okay. I'm fine. I'm great. I'm good. Yeah. No, I wasn't. I was not good. I was not okay. I was not fine. I was literally dying from inside, from the inside out, literally. And again, it's just stuff that God had to sit me down and say, okay, listen, you want your life to be a certain way, but we have to deal with certain things. Again, because a lot of these things, we're asking God for things that we're not ready to have. We're not ready to receive them. And a lot of it has to do with a lot of this weight that we're carrying around, on this unwanted, unnecessary weight that we're carrying around. And we've been carrying it around for years, some decades. Okay. And it's not serving your highest good. So again, you can't walk into what God has for you until you deal with this stuff. I know it's hard. I know it's going to make you cry. It's going to make you feel uncomfortable. You're going to feel awkward. But in order to get the things that God has for you, you can't walk into it broken. You can't walk into your promised land broken. Whatever you're believing God for, whatever it is you're praying to God for, God is going to make you face the music. God is going to make you face yourself. God is going to make you face your issues. And if that's not something that you're ready to deal with, hey, I can respect it. But you're not going to get the breakthrough that you're asking God for. So these are just some things. And I have another one that I want to share real quick. So my next point is to lose the weight of carrying other people's baggage. For years, I've done this. I've done this for years, carrying everybody else's stuff. They dump their drama off on me. They dump their stuff off on me. And then, they go on about their business. And then I have the burden of carrying and worrying about people who have dropped all their stuff off on me. And that's not healthy either. Sometimes, okay, you have to tell them, listen, if, they come to you once and they seek advice and they don't follow the advice, okay, whatever happens, it's on them. And they have to deal with whatever happens because, we can't save everybody. And for so long, I've carried the weights of other people just because of the person that I am, the heart that God has given me. And again, along with carrying my own mess, I'm carrying other people's mess. And again, it didn't serve me at all. It was hurting me in the process. So things like that, that's things that, we have to rid ourselves of, if we want to receive the things that God has for us. I have a great scripture for this that's going to sum all of this up because, again, I'm going to give you biblical reference to back up everything that I'm saying, because I don't ever want you to think that, this stuff that I'm telling you, I haven't had to go through myself. I am a walking testimony. I am a walking witness that, the only reason my life has changed is because I had to do my work. I had to do my internal work. Nothing came to me easy. Nothing was handed to me. I literally had to stop in my tracks and face my music, face my demons, face my trauma, face my issues, face my insecurities in order for me to get the things that God wanted me to have. But it's not going to happen if you're not willing to face your demons. It's not. And so I don't want you to be deceived thinking, oh, you're looking at other people. You don't know what other people are doing behind closed doors. You don't know. We don't know. We don't know, the time they're spending with God. We don't know how they're consecrating themselves unto God, the sacrifices they're making. We don't know. You just look at the picture, the bigger picture, and you see the finished product. You don't know what it took for them to get there. But I am telling you from experience, in order for you to receive the promises God has for you, you have to lose the weight. You have to go into your promised hand carrying, a light load. You have to. You have to. You can't walk into the promised land broken. God will not allow it. And if you want to stay broken, that's fine. But do trust and believe, okay, that, you're going to stay stuck. You're not going to, go to where you're trying to go carrying all this unnecessary baggage. And why would you want to? There's a way out. There's a way out. I'm telling you, there's a way out. And so Ephesians chapter 4, verses 22 through 24 says, so get rid of your old self, which made you live as you used to, the old self that was being destroyed by its deceitful desires. Your hearts and minds must be made completely new, and you must put on the new self, which is created in God's likeness and reveals itself in the true life that is upright and holy. See, one thing about God's word that I love is it is literally an instruction manual for how we should live our lives. There's not many things in the Bible that God doesn't touch on. There's not many things that we deal with on this earth that God does not touch on, you know. And again, you got to get rid of your old self. I posted something on my social media a couple days ago. Basically, if you've seen it, if you follow me on social media, I posted, old ways will not open new doors, right? So old ways will not open new doors. So, we're going into, we want to experience new chapters of our lives. We want to experience the blessings that God has for us, still trying to maneuver and move in the same way that we've always done it. And it doesn't work. I'm telling you from experience, it doesn't work. You're going to have to do your internal work, okay? In order for you to get what God has for you, you got to do it. You got to. It's no way around it. There's no shortcuts. You got to do it. Again, I don't want to keep you guys long, but that's just something that was on my heart to share with you guys because, like I said, I receive a lot of DMs and emails, and a lot of what I'm receiving is a lot of people carrying around unnecessary weight that does not serve them. And you're going to feel so much more liberated when you let a lot of that stuff go. You're going to realize like, hey, I should have did this a long time ago because I feel so much better. I feel freer. I feel liberated. I feel like I can conquer the world. And when you're carrying all of this baggage and weight, you feel sluggish. You feel weighed down. And again, it doesn't serve your highest good. So that's my message for today. I am done preaching and teaching for today. So until next time, this is your girl, Latoya Lavelle from All Purpose Woman TV. I hope you guys have a blessed week, and I will see you next time. Bye.